Today, a village name disappears from a major map tile overnight, and with it, a community's place in the record. Imagine your grandparents' home simply vanished from the map people trust. That's not a metaphor. That happened this month, and the consequences are real.
Welcome to NSP Plus TV. Our research shows this is not a one-off error. The data reveals patterns of edits, rebrands, and omissions that systematically erase Khmer place names. In this episode, we document 3 cases: a digital tile edit, a travel guide rebranding, and curated tourist route omissions, then show you, step by step, how to capture and correct the record.
I'm Norn, Cambodia news commentator. We expose lies with evidence. The facts are clear. Maps carry authority, and when a map erases a name, it can become part of a rewritten history. Today, we prove how, why, and what to do about it.
Case 1. A digital tile edit. Here's what we tracked: an active change on a widely used map platform where a Khmer village name was replaced with a generic label, and in the edit history, an account with ambiguous credentials made the change. We reconstructed cached tiles from 3 timestamps to show before, during, and after.
Walk me through it. How did you find the footprint and prove it wasn't a harmless correction?
First step, cached tiles. When a map service renders a tile, that image is captured by third-party archives and sometimes by browser caches. We pulled archived tiles from 2 independent services and compared the PNG images. The tile from January showed the Khmer name in Khmer script and transliteration. The tile from last week shows a blank label or a rebranded name in another language. The edit logs, yes, the contributor ID is there, show a single batch edit on a date that coincides with a spike in travel guide rewrites.
So it's not an accidental typo. It's a batch change that wipes a name and replaces it with something else. That matters because governments, researchers, and even land claims rely on these public tiles as authoritative records.
Exactly. We also looked at contributor metadata. The account making the change had a short history, few authenticating signals, and linked edits in other contested areas. That pattern is consistent with coordinated mapping campaigns we've seen before. We cross-referenced the timestamps with social posts promoting a new travel narrative that omitted Khmer names entirely.
Case 2 brings us closer to the people affected. We played audio we collected with consent from a village elder who noticed tour buses showing up under a new place name, a name that appears in the latest travel guide, not in the older editions. Here's the elder speaking in translation. They arrived and told us our village has a different name on their map. My son asked why the name changed. We felt small, like our history was being taken from us.
We also recorded a short excerpt from a curator who successfully challenged a travel guide misattribution. She said, "We submitted archival evidence and a corrected provenance. The publisher issued a correction and credited the temple properly." That curator's work shows corrections are possible, but only when publishers see clear documented provenance.
Listeners, the travel guide rewrite may seem slow and distant, but it directly affects tourism income, cultural recognition, and the way outsiders learn about Khmer heritage. A misattribution in a best-selling guide becomes a citation repeated worldwide.
Case 3. Tourist route omission. Several curated route lists on popular tourism apps removed Khmer place names entirely, offering neutral or other language labels. The immediate harm: local guides and businesses lost search visibility. The longer harm: the community loses cultural attribution and tourists miss the true context.
Now, cartographic forensics. This is where history and tech meet. We overlaid colonial-era surveys, early 20th century maps, and modern GIS layers. The continuity is clear. Khmer place names persist across 5 different sources over a century. Erasures in modern tiles are the outliers, not the baseline.
For listeners who love the technical side, we used transparent overlays and adjusted opacity to show continuity of toponyms. We referenced archived maps, library scans, and UNESCO records. If you're following along at home, think of it like tracing. The historical name appears on each older layer until a modern tile layer removes or relabels it.
Why do names matter legally? Because names anchor claims. If a place is not named as Khmer in international records, that omission can be and has been cited in disputes over heritage attribution and even land claims. The historical record protects cultural authorship. When names are erased, communities lose a layer of defense.
Okay, now the practical walkthrough everyone asked for, a platform correction checklist. Step 1, capture the tile image and metadata. Use a timestamp screenshot tool or archive the tile URL with a web archiving service. Step 2, collect supporting historical sources, scans of older maps, guidebook editions, or museum records. Step 3, prepare a concise correction report with images, before image, after image, source citations, and a simple explanation of the error and requested correction. Step 4, submit through the platform's official channel and include those archived links. Step 5, if there's no response in a reasonable time, escalate with the publisher's corrections desk or with a heritage body.
A few practical tips. Redact precise coordinates if a source requests anonymity. Use neutral language in your report, factual and non-accusatory. And always archive before you hit submit. Platforms can and do remove evidence.
We promised a live demo, so here's a condensed how-to you can repeat. Open the tile in your browser, copy the tile URL or save the image. Upload that URL to a web archive, like the Internet Archive or a trusted mirror. Note the tile's timestamp and contributor ID if visible. Then create a simple 2-image comparison showing before and after with captions and source links. Put that package into a concise correction email. 1 page, 3 bullets. What changed, where the evidence is, and the specific correction you request.
We want to stress safety and ethics. Risk 1. Publishing exact coordinates near contested borders can endanger villagers. To mitigate, offer anonymity and delay publication when requested. Risk 2. Platforms or publishers may remove evidence. Archive first and consider legal review before naming corporate actors. Risk 3. Technical material can confuse listeners. We provide plain language guides and screenshots in the episode notes so anyone can follow the steps.
We followed those mitigations in this episode. Any village names we discuss were cleared with local contacts. Precise coordinates were redacted on request, and audio from sensitive sources anonymized. We archived all tiles and pushed them to stable repositories before mentioning them publicly.
So what can you do right now? 3 concrete actions. 1. Archive a tile or screenshot when you see an omission. 2. File a calm, evidence-based correction with the map provider or guide publisher. 3. Send your archived package to NSP plus TV so we can track patterns and escalate systemic issues. If you're part of the diaspora or a heritage group, coordinate with local custodians before publishing sensitive details.
We'll make our correction templates and step-by-step screenshots available in the show notes. Use them, adapt them, and if you're unsure, send the files to us first. We'll help redact and archive responsibly.
Before we close, one more context note. Cartographic erasure is not new. Colonial mapping used selective naming to serve administrative goals. Today's digital tools are faster and more visible, but the tactic is the same. Remove a name and you reduce a people's claim in the archive. Cambodia's truth must be heard. History is on our side, and the evidence is on our side.
If you want to help us track these patterns, send screenshots, archived tiles, and any guidebook pages you find to our submissions address. We verified everything in this episode with cross-referenced archives and expert consultations, and we will treat sensitive tips with confidentiality.
Thank you for listening to NSP Plus TV. If this episode gave you tools and the will to act, please subscribe so you don't miss our next forensic deep dive. The facts are clear. The evidence is undeniable. Stand with Cambodia.
Subscribe, share the episode with anyone who documents or cares for maps, and send us your map tips. Together, we protect Khmer heritage, one map, one tile, one corrected record at a time.